Are you serious? Are you serious? Guys, everybody get a cup of coffee right now. But we're getting information about who else was killed on this U.S. drone attack at the Baghdad airport. Now, there's rumors that it was General Hassan Salami, but it wasn't. It was General Qassem Soleimani. Now, he's still the number 2 biggest general that Iran's got. What is this guy doing thinking that he could just get in a limo and head over to the Baghdad airport and just think he can just go home after all this? He was involved, guys. He is dead. The United States is behind the Baghdad airport attack that has killed Iranian Quds commander, deputy leader, Qassem Soleimani. Earlier today, Iraq's Shia Popular Mobilization Forces said this morning, Friday morning, even though tonight's Thursday night here in America, Friday morning in Baghdad, 5 members of the militia, as well as 2 guests, have been killed by rocket fire. Well, we know that the 5 Hezbollah militia, we know who they are. Matter of fact, I gave you 2 of their names in the last video. What we didn't know was who's the 2 guests. Well, one of the 2 guests we now know is Qassem Soleimani, not General Hassan Salami, but it is Major General Qassem Soleimani. He's been killed by the rocket drone fire by the United States near the Baghdad International Airport. This has been reported by Sputnik News out of Russia, Al Arabia News out of Lebanon, and Sky News broadcasting also, as well as Reuters. The United States has carried out the airstrike early Friday morning in Iraq on 2 Iranian-linked targets in the Iraqi capital of Baghdad. Reuters news agency reports citing unnamed U.S. officials, but the U.S. Department of Defense has not responded yet to the request on the issue made by Sputnik News. But earlier in the day, a source in Iraqi security services said that several people have been killed by this rocket fire. Now, this has happened in the last hour. Iraqi Shia Popular Mobilization Forces said its senior official in charge of public relations, Mohammed Jabiri, was also killed in this incident, along with 4 other members of the militant jihadis from Hezbollah and 2 guests. Now we know one of those guests was Iran's Major General Qassem Soleimani. The situation in Iraq has escalated now to a doomsday scenario. A potential Middle East madness of war could break out any time. The Bible says when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh. It's coming like a whirlwind, folks. And Iran is feeling the pressure. Now they're really feeling the pressure. Though they continue to try to strike at the U.S. embassy and try to threaten the Israeli government and the Israeli people, Hezbollah and Iran, the proxies that who are really causing issue for the entire Middle East, for that matter, is now in the crosshairs of President Donald J. Trump. We're going to continue to watch and see what's going on. Maybe they should put impeachment on hold for a while and let the big boys handle the big problems. And then they can go back to Romper Room and the little kids can come out and play the little political games in the cesspool of sin in that swamp in Washington. I mean, this blood moon over Washington, this is what we're talking about. This is why we're having solar eclipses over the entire Arabic world. That solar eclipse starting in Mecca, making its way through all the Arabic nations. There's something biblical taking place now. We need to understand you're living in end times. And we need the grown-ups to go to work now in Washington. The rest of them can take another couple months off. The rest of them who just want to play impeachment and little games, little children games, take some more time off, guys. Go ahead and stay 2 or 3 more months at home. Let the adults run Washington now because the world is getting in a dangerous situation. Chaos, carnage, cataclysmic Christmas, and a catastrophic new year. Get ready. Doomsday is coming. Tonight, Mike from around the world will be my guest he'll be my guest at 10 p.m. Eastern. We'll probably go live, Brock. We'll probably go live early. Get ready. Get ready. Matter of fact, right now, I just now got Agent RC. I just now take his call while I'm recording this. Agent RC, I just got information. It was not Qassem. It was not Hassan Salami, but it was Qassem Soleimani that was killed.
Correct. That's correct.
Do you know?
He was the head of the Republican Guard. He was the main leader of the Republican Guard.
So Qassem Soleimani is the one that goes down. What was he doing? Now Hassan Salami wasn't there, unless he's the other guest. Apparently, Agent RC, apparently the 5 militants that got killed were Hezbollah guys, and a couple of those guys were Hezbollah high-ranking guys. But Qassem Soleimani was the head man of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard, but there was another guest. I wonder if that was, who else could that have been? But certainly this is big news that the United States used a drone to take out this guy. And you know what I found out, Alan? I found out.
Go for it.
Yeah, I found out that we also injured 12 civilians and killed an Iraqi soldier in the process, just because they just couldn't help it. They just happened to be right there real close. What's your take on this?
Well, I think an operation like this, as well as I'm sure all of our intelligence forces listening to this conversation would agree, that this was a planned attack. They didn't just say, "Oh wow, we got this guy, let's go grab him." They knew someone tipped them off, and so they had this set up, and they couldn't. They couldn't chip off the Iraqis' view of jeopardizing it. Unfortunately, some Iraqi people were killed, but Mike from around the world on a former show said that this was the most dangerous man in the Middle East. He declared that this was one of the most smartest geniuses militarily in the Middle East. And now that's like taking out their version of Napoleon. We've just killed him.
It's huge.
It's immense. It's higher than Salami, the other guy. This Soleimani guy is way, way, way above him. I've looked at, just real quickly research. He was the one that did operations in Syria against the enemies against the leader of Syria. He did the Battle of Kirkuk. He planned all these different operations and was successful with them, with his forces and the Syrian forces, taking back these key locations from all these different rebel groups that were there.
Do you feel like is there going to be a big backlash on this, Agent RC?
Remember what you said, and I'm sorry, it's just I can't get this out of my mind. Isn't it Jeremiah 49? Isn't that what it says?
Yes, Jeremiah 49, last day's prophecy.
Okay, that tribe shows it on the north, south, east, the western edge of Iran, where that tribe is, and that's exactly where the Islamic Guard Corps, the Quad forces are. And now their leader's dead. So I think we're rolling right into Jeremiah 49. I think that they're going to have a massive retaliation, which will then bring forth a bigger response to the United States.
Agent RC, folks, Agent RC getting us this information. You heard him. This is the one that Mike from around the world had already been saying several times in our broadcast, that this Qassem Soleimani is the most dangerous man maybe in the world, a tremendous mastermind, military thinker. Wasn't thinking very smart today, though, riding boldly, just boldly, thinking he could just cruise on into the airport and catch a plane and go back to Iran. Not with U.S. intelligence is incredible, isn't it, Agent RC?
Amazing. Now you've raised that other unknown individual. I'm wondering who that was.
I don't know. What if it's Salami? I mean, what if it's also Salami? They wouldn't have these two guys together.
No, Salami, I don't think is. It's not his role. I think he's more of a, kind of like a. I hate to use this loosely because I don't know their name for theirs, but it'd be like a Pentagon official, like a general at the main command. He doesn't go to the field much, from what I remember. Soleimani was all over Iraq, Afghanistan, and he was everywhere.
Yeah, he's sort of like a General Patton. He just strolls into the battlefield. He don't care.
Yeah, and he goes in very incognito, or he did rather, when he was alive. He was very plain, unassuming individual.
Well, apparently he's dead. We've got confirmation, and this has just happened, folks. And
And
so,
that's the other thing I was going to tell you. It's all over everywhere. Fox News, Washington Times, New York Times, they're all saying it.
all right. So thank you for chiming in here, and we'll be talking to you again, Agent RC, I'm sure tomorrow, and we'll get more information. And also, folks, stay focused. We got Mike around the world coming up. We're going to start the broadcast 9:45 p.m. You don't want to miss it. Thank you, Agent RC. God bless all of you. We're in the last days. It is doom. It is gloom. It was a catastrophic Christmas, and it was absolutely a cataclysmic Christmas and a catastrophic New Year. Doom and gloom. Middle East, the Holy Land.